Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. It feels like just a week ago we made a budget frost list for beginners, and then CDPR went and reworked SPEARTIP entirely, and now I have to completely change the deck. But luckily CDPR made SPEARTIP stronger, not weaker, so I'm definitely keeping it in the frost deck. If you're a beginner who has been sent to this new frost video, this is the superior list. This is a pro rank list. You can go ahead and craft every single card in this list. You can use it. It's a good list. I love playing it in pro ranks. We climbed a bit with it yesterday on stream. I'm now going to show you how it works. I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. So how about we start off by showing you what SPEARTIP actually does now. SPEARTIP has been reworked. As you can see, this is old SPEARTIP asleep. Now, what this card will do now is, it will, after 3 turns on your board, summon old SPEARTIP from your deck to this row, and then it will increase its base power by 6 and banish self. So I know this sounds complicated, but bear with me. We have old SPEARTIP in our deck. Old SPEARTIP can still be played just as it is, and it will play for a solid 12 points. You're likely going to want to eat this card with Ozrael down the line. Now, if you actually manage to have your old SPEARTIP stay on the board for 3 turns, what will happen is old SPEARTIP will come onto the row, then this SPEARTIP will vanish, and it will boost old SPEARTIP by 6 points. So old SPEARTIP is going to be played for 18 points. That is if you can keep this on the board without having it take any damage. If this card takes damage within those 3 turns, it will awaken SPEARTIP, and thus it will banish itself and just summon SPEARTIP onto the board. SPEARTIP will thus not be boosted by 6 points. So people might try and damage your SPEARTIP just so you don't get that extra 6 points. Either way, it's going to pull out a 12-point SPEARTIP onto the board, it's going to play for a lot of points, and it's also going to thin your deck, which is a good thing. Now, the thing that I noticed is that SPEARTIP's base power actually gets boosted. The card itself doesn't get a green number, but a white one. So SPEARTIP changes into an 18-point base power card, meaning you can eat that with Ozrael, boosting Ozrael all the way up to 19 points. That's ridiculous, and it's definitely something we might want to get out in round 1 or 2 so we can abuse this. Ozrael, of course, consumes a unit from your graveyard, and therefore you'll be able to consume that SPEARTIP. So quite a nifty combo, and one I wanted to include it in this deck. Of course, when we play Frost, we like having dominance, meaning the biggest card on the board. SPEARTIP allows us to do this. Now, we have the White Frost Leader ability. This will move an enemy to the other row and then fill that row with 2 turns of Frost, each turn damaging the highest card on that row by 2 points. So that's quite nice. It also gives us a little bit of control, being able to just move cards into other rows. Then we have the Oberon King. Now, the Oberon King, of course, will be changing into the Oberon Invader in round 2. And if we have Devotion, which we have, it will change into the Oberon Conqueror in round 3. So in round 3, what the Oberon Conqueror does is it has Veil. It will create a Bronze Wild Hunt unit. You'll be able to choose from 3 options that the game gives you. And then whenever you play a Wild Hunt card, you will have it boosted by 1 if Oberon Conqueror is on the board. Then we have Eredin. Eredin, of course, being a very nifty card. This will spawn Frost on an enemy row for 2 turns. If you have Dominance, then you will have Frost doing 3 points of damage on your opponent's side of the board instead of 2. That includes all the Frost you play, not just with Eredin. So again, having Dominance is pretty important if we're playing Frost. Next up, we're going to pick Gales. Now, Gales will play a Wild Hunt special card from your deck. We have 3 Wild Hunt special cards in this version of the deck. That's firstly going to be Naglfar. Naglfar is a tutor. It looks at 2 random gold cards from your deck, then it plays 1 and places the other one on top of your deck. So this is also a nice thinning card, as you're going to be guaranteed to actually play that next gold card in the next round. And yeah, pretty nice tutor for 9 provisions. We also have Argaeth, an echo card. Now, Argaeth will spawn Frost on both enemy rows for 3 turns. Altogether, that's about 12 points of damage if it doesn't take any armor or shield damage. It also is an echo card, meaning you will get this card in your next round again. It will be placed on top of the deck and you're guaranteed to draw into it a second time. The third Wild Hunt card I've included is Emlarus Wrath. Now, this is a very nice control card and one I think we need it in this deck. This will damage an enemy unit by the power of your highest unit. Now, normally if you have Emlarus, you have a different sort of combo. I didn't include Emlarus in this deck because Emlarus will put a card in your graveyard. Normally you'd like to do this with Igern so you get a guaranteed Azrael boost, but in this case we only really have one card we want to use with Azrael, and that's SPEARTIP. And SPEARTIP needs to come out of the deck with the other SPEARTIP. So I don't want to manipulate that with Emlarus. We also don't have enough provisions to actually include it. I went for Emlarus Wrath instead. I quite like my choice. I'm sure you'll do too. The next cards we have are Nithral, and a Nithral is going to damage a unit by 1 if you have dominance. It will instead damage a unit by 2 every turn. It needs to be played in the melee row, but it's quite a nice engine to have because you can ping down those big enemy units on your opponent's side of the board so you can retain dominance. Our other engine is the Oberon Phantom. This is also played in the melee row. Every turn it will boost itself by 1. When you eventually click on the order ability, you'll be able to damage an enemy unit by 3 points. Next is the Winter Queen. Now, when you have Frost on both enemy rows, she will also come out of your deck, thinning the deck. So if you play Argaiath, she will automatically come out of your deck. If you don't draw Argaiath for some reason, you can of course just make sure there's Frost on each enemy row for Winter Queen to come out. She also has Thrive, meaning that every time you play a card that's bigger than her, she will boost herself by 1 point. Alright, next up is quite a nice little card I included here. It's called the Toad Prince. Now, the Toad Prince is a melee card. You can consume a unit with 4 or less power with this card. So you can consume one of your own units if you need to maybe eat an enemy spy on your side of the board. Maybe eat a cow carcass, some poison there. Or you can of course eat something on your opponent's side of the board, which is normally better as you not only steal 4 points, you gain 4 points. So this card can then play for 7 plus another 4, which is 11 points. Not bad at all, and quite a nice little card to have in this deck. Alright, now down to the bronzes. We have our Wild Hunt Bruisers. These move enemy units into the other row. If that row has Frost, the card will be damaged by 2 points as well. Then we have our Wild Hunt Rider. This is also a thinning card. If you have dominance and you play this, it will draw the other one from your deck and place it onto the board, thus thinning the deck very nicely. Next up, we have our Naglfar's Crew. This will spawn Frost for 2 turns on an enemy row. At the end of every turn, if there's Frost on the opposite row of this card will keep boosting itself by 1, making it a nice little engine as well. Next up we have the Ionel Conquerors. This card just plays for a solid 7 points. It's not a bad card to have. Also keep in mind, if you change this deck in any way and you include a neutral card instead of a monster card, we won't have Devotion anymore. And Devotion cancels the deploy ability, which says destroy self. So you might want to be careful when touching this deck, because right now this is a 7 point card. Don't make it a 0 point card, please. Second to last is Naglfar's Taskmaster. We have 2 of these, seeing that we are in an uncertain meta right now. Might be playing against Nilfgaard. A lot of locks there, a lot of poisons perhaps, especially from Syndicate as well. This will purify an enemy unit. If you need to purify one of your own units, you need to have dominance to do that. So keep that in mind when playing this card. Lastly, we have Wild Hunt Hounds. At the end of every turn, it will boost itself by 1. That's if you have dominance. Alright, now I'm a huge fan of this deck. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. I think this is a very sturdy meta deck potentially. We'll see down the lines. I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, if you're a beginner, you can give this a go. It's going to cost you a little bit more scraps in order to craft this. So if you're not yet ready to spend those, you can just go and look at my budget Frost deck. The only thing you will have to change in the budget deck is you'll have to include old SPEARTIP and take out Igern. You want to keep old SPEARTIP asleep because this is the card you currently have in your budget deck. Anyway guys, I'm going to show you some games now. I hope you enjoy them. I will see you soon with some more deck guides. Insert row below. Ah, for Skellige day. Yeah, Skellige game.
Yield and save me some time.
Wake up, SPEARTIP. Alright. Get rid of the Winter Queen, get rid of the Rider, and it's a bit early for Osral, but we might not draw into it later. I'd say get rid of the Purify. I thought that 2 Purifies might be overkill in this deck, but then we faced every lock in the existence of locks, and I think I did the right thing. Wake Up SPEARTIP is a White Frost deck, yeah.
That might even be amusing.
Okay. I'd say that's a good opportunity for this. Link is here. Okay, so I got this one up if you want to check it out on the deck archive. Is this an upgrade to the Frost starter deck? It's a massive upgrade, yeah. I even included Emlarus Wrath. But not Emlarus, because we don't actually want SPEARTIP to go directly into the graveyard with what it does now. Alright. Probably need to play you. And hope for the best. 50-50. There we go. Camp placement? I'm sorry. Thanks for the heads up. There we go. We back.
Your souls will propel this storm.
Can't imagine TR running.
Just found out students at UK universities can get Amazon Prime free for 6 months. So take my Twitch Prime.
Oh. Thank you. Oh, snap. That's so nice of you. I wish I had that benefits at my university. How are you doing? How are the university applications going? Why not put Igern in the deck? There's no way we can afford Igern along with SPEARTIP and Old SPEARTIP. Like, we're all for Point Slam, but there's no way. It's either Old SPEARTIP or Igern. Unless you want to start getting rid of some other OP cards that we definitely need. Also, if the plan is to put Emlarus in, then there's no way you can afford Emlarus. You'd have to get rid of SPEARTIP altogether. In my uni, I probably have to pay them for Amazon Prime, sad. How about another one of these, I want to say. You know what, I could have done this a while back, actually. Because we are a bit desperate. Probably should have done that a while back, actually. The cereal is not easy to eat. I'm just gonna turn away when I eat it. Yeah. I could pass. I could pass, but then again, we really want to win, right? How about we do a little... Ooh, no, you know what? I'm not gonna do Naglfar. So there's a 33.3333% chance that they will get 2 points of damage. They'll have to use the leader, obviously. Well, that's good. We got all the leader charges out. Should I have pushed more? I don't know. Dogs are barking. Is it wholesome cereal? It's healthy. Or that's what they tell me. I'm gonna eat that. They just don't know it yet. Yeah, I'm eating cereal. That's how it's done. Oh my gosh. Easy peasy. We're ahead now, son. Yeah, I've been a vegetable for 2 months. Can you still play Deathwish deck? I don't know what the context here is with the vegetable thing. But I could play Deathwish probably. Probably go for Gales.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Interesting. Sure. Oh, Emlarus Wrath is a wild hunt card. Interesting. I haven't played it in quite some time. Yeah, that gives Gales way more cards to choose from. You now have the Argaiath, you have the Wild Hunt Naglfar card, and then you have that one. Are you trying to 2-0 me, my friend? Is that what you're doing? You definitely have more bark.
Behold our new home.
I always get a little fright when I play an Untitled Conqueror. It's happened way too many times that I didn't run Devotion and accidentally killed it. Trigvi.
You have my sword and all your sack axes.
Okay.
Yet another horn for my collection.
They pass now because they have more bark in hand. Yeah. Awkward. Does Purify work on Rapture? It sure does. Wasn't Mova supposed to change with the patch? Mova did change. I just found out students doing well. Just got home now and was a very chill day. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. Oh, we've got old SPEARTIP. Hell yeah. I think I have to get rid of the Gaiath. And what's next? I feel like this is the hand, if I'm gonna be honest. Let's test it out, shall we? They can maybe kill it, depending on the card they have. If they have Terror of the Seas, they likely kill it. If they had Morkvarg, they don't. Ooh, okay, let's see, let's see. I'm so excited to see what happens. They're reading the card, like, menacingly. He's sleeping, leave him alone. Don't disturb his slumber. Okay, okay, almost there, almost there. And massive chunker of a card. What? Look at that. That was amazing. Okay, so it changes into it. That is so cool. Also, they can't Morkvarg it, but they can Trigvi it. Keep that in mind. They can Trigvi this 18-point card. Oh, sad Morkvarg. We've got a new Frost deck. Hell yeah, I like this so much. That is such a cool card.
Yield and save me some time.
Yield and save me some time. Assimilate. Okay, interesting. We don't want SPEARTIP in hand. Thank you very much. Blue coin. Not a fan. I mean, this is probably the hand. Sort of. That's the hand. That's the hand. Yeah, for sure. That is huge for Azrael. I haven't even thought about it like that. Spending it earlier is the way to go. 19-point Azrael?
With hunger, crush them with thirst.
That's a bit extreme. Hey Mosini, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Oh no 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 no. It's something like, I wonder how long you last, or something like that. At least that's what I hear.
Hail, Council.
Finally got over COVID. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm glad you're alright. I'm glad you're healthy.
When the white frost comes, the world will
Hand buff is crazy. My torque goes to like 30 points every game. When I get home, I'm torquing all day long. Ugh. And Milva does 2-point damage altogether.
I simply want you.
So when she comes out, she'll do 1 point of damage, and then you click her and she does another point of damage.
Run. You'll not get far.
Do you know how to skate on ice? Yeah, we have ice skating here. His order is 2. That shouldn't be the case.
We shall conquer this world as we have conquered countless
Ice skating is hard. It's not easy. I haven't ice skated in a long time. Bribery, so they're going for it, hey? What card are you playing? That does nothing for you.
I'll do as you ask. This time.
I mean, I'm happy with the amount of commitment they're giving me. He wants to be a sleepy boy. I broke my knee patella while ice skating. Shit, but that sounds horrible. Hand looks pretty good, I'd say. Can't really see myself changing much. Yeah, that's the perfect hand. What do I commit? Naglfar.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Thanks for the follow first, Vlad. Why you sip the water so carefully? It's very cold. It's filled with ice. Yeah. This is the perfect hand. I'm very happy with this. They might lock SPEARTIP, so I keep what I have. I could go for the Conqueror. I'm not gonna risk it. Okay. We need to get Frost on the board as quickly as possible, because we have a lot of it. They haven't committed Yennefer nor Joachim. They might have both, they might not. Perfect. Artgaia coming out. Not a bad card, I mean, damn. That would technically be 6 times 2, 12 points of damage right there. They always do that. I'm not too keen on giving Eridan yet, because I know they'll steal it and use it on me. So they don't have an option then. Interesting.
Creatures, they shall not be missed. Your souls will propel this long ship.
Purify? Yeah, I could have done that maybe.
Not about to sit back and do nothing.
Ozral is a sad boy. Not very chunky. I'll purify the vet now. No reason to consume him. We can consume something else for a lot more points. The purify though is necessary, unless they decide to purify my SPEARTIP. What do you think about the new patch? Love it so far.
Please, pay no heed to my face.
Lol. Yeah, there it is. Oh, so it just disappears then? I mean, that's not amazing, is it? How about we do this now before something bad happens? Easy peasy. Got dominance back for now. Now I need to purify real quick. Mushy Truffle into the ranged row, plays the illusionist with a... Okay. That's fine.
Rubbish. This one has the life force of a cockroach.
Arturius Vigo.
You will not regret this, good sir.
Another illusionist. Well, you don't have dominance, so it means very little to you. Okay. This could still be very close. Thanks for the follow, no mater. Jan Calvate. Oof, a bit late for that, hey.
I forgive you. This time.
Okay, biggest card I'm gonna get right now is a 7, or what else do I have? Another 7. It's gonna have to place here. And thanks for the follow, Phanix. Appreciate it. Well, potential Yennefer coming in at 12, I guess, or Coup de Grace coming in with the Emissary. That's about it. Can't really think of much else. Yeah, Coup de Grace. It was a good purify we did, or else we were in trouble.
A shame I hadn't.
GG. No disrespect to the player. But I just don't. I hate the concept of mill. I hate it very much. You can play Mo. I'm just not gonna GG. Nah, traps are fine. Traps are predictable. You can figure out what trap they played and play around it. Anyway. So we're red coin now. Enslave 5. Not bad. Hand looks quite alright. No overcommitment. Though we are certainly lacking some cards. Great. Great. Okay, maybe get rid of one more card. Nice. Okay, that's not bad. So we have access to Naglfar and Emlarus Wrath. That's nice. What about South Mill? That's fine. You do you. You can South Mill if you'd like. I'm always just afraid this gets killed with 6-point assassinate. It might. Time will tell. Sad hand reader noises.
My blade. I trust you have sharpened. We've caught another.
You can play with sharks, but you're just gonna end up without an arm. Well put. Okay. I can't really play Argaeth because they're not allowing me to. It would be a waste if I did. I guess we go with Conqueror now in the range row.
We shall conquer this world as we have
Get
conquered
boosted.
countless others.
That should give me dominance soon enough, depending on what they play. Ardal, okay.
The North must be destroyed.
My ice will pierce both
I
your
feel like that's a
hearts
pass
and
coming.
minds.
No, it's not. Alright. Well, we're gonna win on even if we keep on going into the round with engines. Imperial diplomacy. That's fine. They're a bit behind. I don't think they're gonna catch up too easily. They'll have to spend their leader ability. Young Culvate means we have to bleed round 2.
I shall not repeat.
There's the leader ability. Okay. Now, how brutal do we want to do this? I'd say winning on even is a good way to go. Maybe we spend once.
Naivety is a fool's blessing.
Do him dirty. Is the Frost deck able to reach pro rank? For sure, for sure. We're gonna do that now.
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
Wrong row. Ah, wrong row. I missed 1 point. But it could be enough. No bronzes in the grave? Yeah, they're getting desperate. There we go.
To feel there is nothing.
Reality is that which, though you believe it no more.
Oh yeah. We are definitely bleeding. This is not an ideal hand to bleed with. We're gonna do it anyway. We know he has his best cards in hand as well because he played Untitled. I'm probably gonna play all my cards depending on what he plays now. Hey Cracker, how are you doing? Okay. No. I have to play the last card. I have to play it. Yeah, there you go. Ugh, it's a bleep. That's a bleep. Thanks for the follow. Time for a swift old SPEARTIP. Yes, that's the card. I'm happy with it. It's always resilience. Always resilience. If they're lucky enough to get resilience, good on them.
Improvise.
Come on, SPEARTIP. Come on. I believe in you. Raidwig giving out 10 subs. Thank you, Raidwig. That's super kind of you. The subathon's on Saturday, by the way. Thanks, that's really, really kind of you. I feel like I'm supposed to be giving you subs because you're on vacation now. But I appreciate it a lot.
I conquered again.
King Oberon, Maternalia!
Damn. The Lost Vampire, Firestarter, Wiener, Metal, Chronologic, Vash, Utya the Keeper, Slipey, Axstan, Mashed Potato, and JP Che. Thanks for the follows. I mean the subs. I got confused, I'm sorry. Bad Toad Prince. Ooh. We still win.